What's up YouTube, this is Warlord Black Ops Pro, and today I'm going to talk about why Black Ops 3 is most likely going to suck, and why it has the potential to have the lowest sales in Call of Duty history. Lower than Ghost, lower than Advanced Warfare, pretty much the lowest in COD history, and there's only a couple factors in the game that I can see so far that have the chance to save it. Because unfortunately, Black Ops 3 seems to be making some great innovations, but there are several things that are holding it back. And the first factor I'm going to get into today is the trends, the sales trends in the past few years, and why they've been going downhill. So, of course, we all know that Ghosts and Advanced Warfare are sold less than Activision wanted them to. In fact, they've been hiding their sales figures for both Ghosts and Advanced Warfare, and they've even gone as far as to hide the player count on Advanced Warfare, which really means that no one's playing Advanced Warfare, and sometimes it gets so bad. Like, I play on the 360 version, right? It gets so bad that at certain times of the day, there are literally no games found on certain game modes. Like, on a Friday night once, I tried to play a game of Momentum. Nope, I couldn't find a single match. It's literally said no games found, and that's the newest Call of Duty out there, one of the most popular versions of the game, and yet I can't find a match. It's actually kind of sad if you think about it. And one reason for the low sales is really because the developers aren't listening to us. The developers continue to make the games how they want while ignoring the community. Completely ignoring the community, as a matter of fact. We told them we don't want advanced movement in Black Ops 3. We told them through Twitter, told them through polls that were conducted by big YouTubers on YouTube. We've been telling these developers, we've been practically screaming at them, don't put advanced movement in Black Ops 3. And what did they do? Oh, advanced movement, yay. We've also been telling them we want to go back to World War II. Of course, they don't listen to us, and instead of putting us back in 1945, they put us in the future in 2065. And I really think that the Call of Duty community is just tired of this repetitive BS. Black Ops 2 had a lot of problems, and those problems seem to come back in the CODs after it. One problem in BO2 was the quickscoping. The quickscoping got pretty out of hand. If you've ever played a Black Ops 2 free-for-all on a map like Nuketown, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You got like 6 out of the 8 people running around with ballistas like their shotguns, and the other 2 are just getting owned because they're running around with maybe an SMG, or maybe even a Remington, and they're just getting owned by these one-hit kill wonder weapons, aka sniper rifles. So the community wants quickscoping removed, and Ghost. Mark Rubin tweeted out, oh, quickscoping might be removed because we made a minor tweak to the ADS thing, and people were really excited about quickscoping's been removed from the game, supposedly. And that just tells you that the community wanted quickscoping gone, but no, they didn't. They didn't remove quickscoping. In fact, it was quite easy to quickscope in that game if you're good enough at it. And the same thing can be turned in Advanced Warfare, to many people's dismay. Now, anyway, they also put other mechanics in there, such as skill-based matchmaking. They cater way too much to MLG, stuff like that. Stuff that the community as a whole does not want. They need to start catering more to the casual gamer if they hope to reverse these sales trends, and I don't see that happening anytime soon. Black Ops 3 looks like it's catered to the competitive scene more than the casual gamer, which is unfortunate because the casuals make up about 99% of the COD fan base. The competitive scene is very small. So they should really be focusing their attention on the casuals and pleasing the casuals, because that's where all the money is, and that's where all the sales are. And if they continue to stray away from that, make games primarily dedicated to MLG, it's not going to happen. Like AW is a perfect example of a game that they catered way too much MLG. The game sold so poorly within the first month that I remember walking into a GameStop store only a month after Advanced Warfare came out. This was right before Christmas, right? One of the busiest shopping seasons of the year. And the game was only $39.99. The newest Call of Duty, brand new Day Zero edition, $39.99 at GameStop. They were having such a tough time selling the game that they decided, okay, we're going to cut our losses and get rid of this inventory because we're losing money on this. So they decided to, just cut their losses. And yeah, I can kind of understand, like, Advanced Warfare was doing worse than Ghost, actually, because Ghost, it took them a few months to get down to that $39.99 price. But anyway, enough about that. We're going to go to Advanced Movement. Now, Advanced Movement is definitely confirmed in Black Ops 3. You got wall running, you got thrust jumping, you got all this other unnecessary crap they added in. I'm not sure why, because the community doesn't want it. The community as a whole does not want this. As I've said in previous commentaries, 85% of the community does not want this. And, you know, Chaos Like Silencer also did another poll saying that, okay, do you want jetpacks in the game? If Treyarch got it right, if they got the balancing right, if it flowed smoothly, if it just worked correctly. And still, yet still, 78% of them said no. That tells you right there, guys. 78% of the community does not want it. And that just threatens to kill the game right there. That people don't want advanced movement at all. And I'm one of those people. Treyarch says they put advanced movement in the game, you know, to get rid of the clunky features like ladders. Really? I never found the ladders to be that clunky. And also, ladders weren't, like, central to the gameplay experience. Oftentimes they're just stairs. You'd use stairs, and those work perfectly fine. I'm not sure why people need to be thrusting 20 feet in the air, or wall running, or doing any of that other stuff, when all we want is just a casual arcade shooter that we can relate to, not something 50 years in the future, which looks completely just, you just can't relate to it. That's probably why the Modern Warfare series did so well, because it takes place in modern times, and people can relate to it, and people just can't relate to this advanced movement, all this futuristic, just stuff like that. And now I'm also going to go into another thing here. And Black Ops 3 is going to be releasing a beta. Now, I'm not sure when this is. It might be in late August, maybe September, maybe even October, as late as then. But we don't really know when it's going to be released yet, but it's going to be in one of those months, probably. I don't see it being released any earlier. And, you know, many people would think this is a positive step for Call of Duty. And yeah, in the long run it is, because we can see what's wrong with the game and fix the game before the game comes out. However, betas are kind of like a double-edged sword, because on one end, yeah, they could help you, you know, perfect the game before it comes out, you know, patch all the glitches, find all the guns that are overpowered and nerf those and buff the ones that aren't. But on the other hand, if the beta is just complete trash and people realize, okay, I don't like this wall running, I don't like this thrust jumping, I really don't like how this plays, they're just going to cancel their pre-order and Activision sales are going to plummet. That's the reason they didn't put betas for the past few Call of Duties. Like, they haven't released a beta since World at War. And the reason they did that is because they don't want people seeing how bad the game is, so they will get discouraged from buying the actual game. But Activision's getting desperate because the past two Call of Duties have been complete letdowns, and you know, I'll be surprised if they're breaking even on their investment, aka Call of Duty, because they're spending so much money on advertising. It's ridiculous. So the beta could definitely kill it. You know, word of mouth can also kill it. Like if one person, you know, pre-orders it and plays the beta, it's like, oh, this sucks. He's gonna go tell all of his friends, hey, don't buy Black Ops 3. It's complete garbage. Look at this stuff they got in. They got it plays like Destiny. I mean, not saying Destiny is a bad game, but Destiny is Destiny. Call of Duty is Call of Duty, and most COD players probably agree that we don't want all this other stuff in the game. Like Titanfall wasn't a bad game, but I'm sure that most Call of Duty players don't want to have a Titanfall-like experience, because we're here for Call of Duty, not Titanfall. And if we want to play Titanfall, we would go play Titanfall. So that friend can also go, like, if he says, okay, I don't like this advanced movement, I don't like this, I don't like that, he can go tell his friends, okay, go save yourself $60 and don't buy this game, because you're wasting your money if you do. So yeah, that could kill sales too, because, you know, word of mouth can hype up a game. And speaking of hype, I haven't really seen that much hype. I think it kind of died out. The hype seems to have died out quite early this year. I'm not sure why. I mean, maybe it was advanced movement that killed it. I mean, some big YouTubers are still making Black Ops 3 videos, but it just seems like a lot less people are excited for it than they were, like, maybe a month ago. Maybe it was because of the reveal trailer and people saw, oh, the wall running and the advanced movement, and yeah, that probably had a hand in killing it. So that's not good. And also, the beta appears to be next gen only, so Xbox One and PS4. At this current time, that's what it appears like. I haven't seen any mention of Black Ops 3 coming out on the 360 or the PS3, so I'm gonna assume that they're not going to, because on one of the beta posters it says, "Oh, if you pre-order the game, you can get it on PS3 or PS4. No, I meant PS4 or Xbox One." And yeah, that's really all we've seen of that so far. And if it were coming out on the 360 and the PS3, we probably would have heard of it by now. Because a large percentage of the fan base is still on the last gen consoles. So if you're going to completely transition from last gen to this current gen / next gen, then you're going to be losing out on a bunch of the sales from the people who are still stuck on those last gen consoles, because even though like the prices dropped on Xbox Ones, and really sometimes you get like bundle packs for Xbox One for like $349, and you get the console and the game, some people still can't afford that yet, so they're definitely going to be missing out on some sales there if they in fact decide to go there. And if they do, but here's the thing, if they do bring it on the older consoles, yes, they could get more sales, but the problem is the quality of the game is probably going to go down, and probably go down drastically, because these games have to be poured over, and if they're being designed with older consoles in mind, that could limit the amount of stuff the developers can do, and really limit the overall quality of a game they can give us. Now, at this point in the commentary, I'm going to go into reasons why Black Ops 3 may actually sell decently, and why it may not be the best-selling Call of Duty, but it might not be the worst. One of those reasons is that it's a Treyarch game. People have faith in Treyarch games. Black Ops 1 was a good game. World at War was a good game. Black Ops 2, it was fun, I guess, but it wasn't very balanced in my opinion. It had a lot of problems, and a lot of those problems were unnecessary, like target finders, futuristic crap like that, quick scoping. But overall, the games are good. And Treyarch had always had fun stuff in their game, like zombies. Zombies, well, is the other factor that quite possibly could save this game. Because other than the fact that it's a Treyarch game and there's zombies in it, I don't really see any other saving grace. I don't see a saving grace here. So, the zombies has always been good. I like World at War zombies, I like Black Ops zombies, and I like Black Ops 2 zombies. And all the zombies fans, I'm sure, are dying for another Treyarch Zombies map, because Sledgehammer just can't do it. I don't think they like advanced movement in zombies. I sure don't. The Infection map that came out in March, and that's complete garbage, so I'm sure that the fan base wants some Treyarch Zombies, and the only way to get Treyarch Zombies? Okay, you have to buy Black Ops 3. So, a lot of the pre-orders, and a lot of the sales are going to come from zombies. That's really what it's going to come down to. And I have no reason to believe that Zombies is going to be bad. I think it actually might be pretty good, because, this is the first Treyarch game that's going to be on the next-gen console, and the Zombies could be, it could be amazing what the development team could be doing with it. Now, we don't know too much about Zombies, but we definitely know that Zombies will be returning. So, I'm kind of excited for that, but just the multiplayer has a possibility of just killing the sales. They're just putting way too much stuff in the game that is unnecessary. People don't want it, and yeah, that's why it could potentially be one of the least selling Call of Duties in COD history. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the commentary. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. This has been World at War, and see you guys later.